On any car, I was putting this ring to go paper. Any other think they the man, I never heard of y'all. I'm on the way to the top, then I heard it go. I ain't here to play games. Everybody can get it. I don't say names. I'm talking in the fast game.
I'm right live, baby. What's up with you? This your girl trying to take the chill side. Tuning in with your DMV main style with no other than the best DJ out there in DC. My DJ D Money.
Yes! We're back.
We're back.
Yeah, running a little late, a little turbulence. You know what I'm saying? Traffic was a little heavy on the LA freeway. Yeah, so, yeah, well, we made it. We here. What's going on with you?
Man, enjoying this up and down weather, for one.
You said the up and down weather?
The up and down weather.
We've been kind of steady, though, the last couple of days here.
And the nightfall is cold. You know, you can put in that nightfall.
Oh, I like the cold. I like the cold. You gotta snuggle up. You know,
that's true.
What y'all call it? You gotta spoon a little bit.
You gotta spoon.
Yeah. So I like the night chill. The days be warm, you know. But only thing with this, man, that grass got to be cut. You know? Me and allergies don't work. But other than that, it's been an interesting week in the DMV music scene. I don't even want to dwell on it, but shout out to my man Bojack. You gotta be the realest dude in go-go. I swear to goodness.
Bojack, baby.
Man, but you heard?
No, I didn't.
All right, you do know who Bojack is.
I know who Bojack is. Hey,
Dynamite percussionist.
Yes, he is.
Been in the game for eons.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I saw his teaser, but he ain't say that. Not even for 2 days. He ain't come back to the post.
he said a lot last night.
Okay.
On our fellow brother shows. I guess you can't say sister shows. Okay. He a dude. He was on the Heartbeat show. Shout out to Heartbeat and the crew. But they he said a lot on that show. Basically, he explained to why he was released from Familiar Faces.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Released from Familiar Faces.
He was released from Familiar Faces. Yeah, so that's what his social media, I got something to say. I'm going to let y'all know what's going down. I'll just put it like this because I don't want to get into it because it's a real. As of last night, the way it came off, it's a real nasty situation.
Ooh.
But he said a lot.
Can I get a snippet? Nah.
He said a lot.
I gotta go to Heartbeat show and do the recap. Heartbeat, my inbox.
Yeah, he said a lot last night. Let's just put it this way. There's 3 sides to every story.
Absolutely.
That's what my grandmother used to tell me.
Absolutely.
It's his side, their side, and the truth.
And
So, the things he said last night, and the way he said last night, there's no doubt that he's a Southeast Washington, D.C. dude. I'll put it that way.
Okay. I need some audio.
It was crazy.
Oh,
it was crazy.
Goodness.
But in all standards, you know, on the positive side, because I try to stay positive in 2018,
Absolutely.
man. The business just got to get better, evidently. You know, a lot of times track records go out. As you know, Miss Kim left.
Yes, she did.
Well, she didn't leave. Got word last night she was released also. So I guess we're waiting on D. Floyd. If he's gonna make a media situation, that's not really his lane. He really don't do interviews.
Right.
So I don't know how they're gonna handle that, but it was dropped last night, and I guess my man Scooby, and happy birthday to Scooby. Today is his birthday.
Happy birthday.
You know what I'm saying? I guess he got out of there before, you know, it went negative with him. But yeah, man.
But you know what? You know the flip side and the good side to him and Kim is they are doing it. You know, so released, fired, whatever terminology you want to put on it. Kim and Scooby does not be messed with at all. They're doing it.
Bojack did not say he was going to any other bands.
Okay.
That's what I thought. I actually thought he was going to go to Scooby and Company. Because you know how we do. That's like salt on the wound.
Right.
You know, but he didn't say he was going to anybody. But he said he's, you know, it's him. This is go-go. It's his music. He's a percussionist, one of the best to ever do it. But he did promise one thing.
What?
He will take D. Floyd down by any means necessary.
Woo!
No hatred and all love towards all the other faces. But he got a mark on that dude that he called that dude Danita Floyd. He was like,
what?
Danita
Okay.
Floyd, not Donnell Floyd. He started calling him Danita Floyd.
When I take this break, we go to our music
Yo,
interlude, our intermission.
It was crazy last night.
Wow.
Yeah. And he went on
the
Jahar.
one time I decided not to be on Facebook. He went on Jahar. Is Jahar still the manager? Or has that changed?
No, he's the manager.
Okay.
But, you know, if you get fired, it comes from management. And the reason he got fired, I'm not going to get in that. You can go on social media and check that out. But that's it's a personal situation.
Understood.
But they had social media on lock last night here in the DMV area anyway.
The one time Shantae decided to go to sleep and not be on social media.
I just had the Golden State game watching that situation last night. But yeah, man, so that was a hot thing.
I hope I'm pretty sure he's good. It's no, disputing how good he is. He's been on the scene forever.
Yeah,
so
but it's like they've been on the scene forever together.
Exactly.
And for that, I mean, that fact, I guess we gotta touch that one day. Like the difference between the business and family when it comes to these bands and musical organizations. Should it be a family type situation or should it just be all business? Because it looks like a lot of issues over the last year is because you thought you were family. Right. And some people
But you become that naturally. When you're together for 15, 20 years, you naturally become family. Because you're together more than your family.
Do you though?
I mean, well, not the way things are rolling out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I put up a post today on social media. You can follow me, DJ D Money, DC. I put that a lot of these organizations, they need to watch Unsung as a practice. Like, don't go to the rehearsal practice spots, bang on the instruments. Y'all sit down, cut that TV on, and watch Unsung because most of them Unsung episodes are explaining how to deal between family and business from the pioneers that we all like to listen to or grew up on or our favorites. Like, every episode, it's a drama scene about somebody thought it was family and other people caught it as business. Like, and I think our musicians in DC can learn a lot from that. So, yeah.
But speaking of social media and on fire, your page is quite the man. I be like, well, okay, I just see boom, boom, boom. You're on fire.
Put that stuff on my instructors who do an excellent job at boring me to death. So I tend to put up anything that comes to mind. But surprisingly, I'm catching a lot of other social shows. They using a lot of my topics as their social topics. But it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I tend to put up things that kind of make you go, and things.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people.
You got a lot of bands thinking. Some of them some of them posters you put in there, I'm like, well, damn. And you want to comment, but I'm like, okay, I don't know that much about the bands and the go-go's, for me to say what I want to say. So I'm just sit back and observe.
That's what I do. I put it up and look. I put it up and look. It's a lot of comments that I be wanting to come back on, but as the mediator, I just put it up and then just feel the vibe of how people were thinking in the DMV area, or really across the world. Because I got people in LA that's chiming on some of my posts, so it's fun. So Facebook for me is entertainment.
It's entertainment.
A lot of people base their life off of it.
It's sad.
It's terrible if they base their life off of social media. I always ask if they took what's his name? Mark took this away or charged you like he said he might do. What are you going to do? Yeah. Because some people, their lifestyle is this.
Yeah.
if they weren't for Facebook, they would be a nobody.
Yeah.
You know, I think one of the good ones I put up was if you had to judge your crank off of your credit score, where would you be in life?
I died. I didn't like on that. I died when I read that. I was like, oh no.
Some people's credit score won't be too good. Some people can't get no credit. You can't buy nothing.
And speaking of crank, last night, DJ Casper, shout out to Casper, he turned Fridays upside down. Fridays, no, Fridays on Silver Hill Road in Summit, Maryland. He's there each and every Tuesday, so shout out to Casper.
My man.
He turned it out. It was good seeing him out there, and man, it was a good turn up. So he provided some good crank last night, but ain't that like my DJ?
Hey, look, Casper is an OG. Casper is one of them dudes I look up to in the game. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got no shame saying Casper flat out can do it. hey, no shame from me. You know what I'm saying? They put me in the game. Hey, let me give a shout out. This dude always supports. I don't care. You know, when we were doing that other show on Friday night, he would tune in on there. On the Go Radio Network. My man, Mighty Joe Young.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? He put me in the game over the weekend, and we did his 45th birthday party out VA.
Happy birthday!
It was fun. It was a family affair, and it was fun. His family gets it in, from the young to the old. They gets it in. So we had a ball. Want to wish my man a happy birthday. You know, he was alias for a long time. People was like, who is this dude? But after a while, he came out, and he definitely shows me love. Been following me and support me since way back when. So I definitely want, show him some love. But other than that, I've been chilling, Every Friday night, Lucky Strikes, we get it in. Had a good dynasty down there last week.
I was on the page. I was on the live feed. I was like, okay, it's like I was right at the show.
We had fun down there, Joy. I was looking for Miss Lady to come through, but I guess she spots dates with the Dynasty man. But shout out to my man rapper. Not rapper, Dave.
Okay.
Because you say rapper, you think going for these groups, wet band and project dudes. So.
That's who I instantly thought.
Yeah, so well, we had a good time, man. So that's been my week. How's been your week?
It's been nice. I'm been out a little bit more, grandson turned 2 yesterday, Taurus, Team Taurus,
Is that called Terrible Twos?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He's his grandmother, but just pretty much just been enjoying life and just getting out, trying to get some air when I can, and just getting back on the scene a little bit. So I'm trying to, make some touchdowns sporadically here and there. So D&D Made is in the building, but aside from that, just enjoying life. Just enjoying life and trying to make sure I deliver for you guys.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get.
I'm working on time management.
Yeah, it was the 5:01 Tuesday from an LAX flight. You know what I'm saying? So her helicopter just landed at the studio, and we're here.
And we're here, and we're doing it. We're gonna give you a phenomenal show.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
So this is your birthday part 2.
Birthday part 2.
Okay.
Birthday part 2. Jay Small is gonna be in the building. Bam 640.
Bam. Hold it. Bam 640.
Bam 640.
From the Bam 640 Different Mind show.
Hey, from the Different Mind
show. That's my
show.
uptown brother. Shout out to him.
He will be in the building. Wisdom Speaks said he will be in the building today. So everybody confirmed.
All right. They scheduled to come through. You know how I say. They scheduled to come through. We'll see how it is.
Gerald the Pump Blenders will be in the building.
Oh
tonight.
yeah, that's my man.
So he'll be here. It's a nice show, and we're gonna keep trying to give y'all a couple different people every week. But it's supposed to be a nice show, and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it. But I tuned in to T.I., so we got to talk about that. I actually watched that clip, just to do a recap when we come back from break over there. T.I. talking about Kanye. So I watched it. I watched that long.
Okay.
I watched it, and wow. Wow. And anything that's going on.
Yeah, T.I. one of the realest dudes I've ever met in the industry. He got a clip out there now. He's talking about how the industry rates artists. Like, he's an artist talking about, you know, when you get in and you get excited about signing to these labels, and you don't come with the Master P or Prince mentality of, I need my masters, I need this, I need that, I need this much percent, like, you know, how they break it down. And you end up selling records and have nothing in your pocket to show for it. He pretty much say the industry is set up to rake you. It is not made for you to make money. It's made for them to make money. And that's crazy when it's coming from one of them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta respect that dude, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's a good thing. Shout out to our friend Mr. Starr.
Okay.
Caught him at this little event. He was out there flat out doing it.
There you go, Starr.
He can flat out.
He can.
He can flat out. I'm counting down.
Yeah.
It's probably a couple weeks for his project drops on the city, and I'm still going to purchase the product. Hey. I'm not going to ask for it in the email. I want to support that brother. Can flat out do it.
He can.
Yeah. So shout out. I call him D-Star, man.
D-Star.
Yeah, I like D-Star. So yeah, shout out to him. All right. Yeah. So other than that, I don't know. NBA player. Shout out to
LeBron.
Oh no.
No. Those stats are crazy. No.
Tired of LeBron.
The stats are crazy. Come on, 88. Come on, 80,000, 8,000, 8,000, and only, including him, is 5 of them, but only 4 other people has got to 30 and 6,000 with their stats. Come on. How can you get tired of it? Because he's not Jordan.
I don't call Jordan the greatest ever.
Who do you call the greatest ever?
The greatest player to me is Irving Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
And they can talk about, they can talk stats. They keep talking about Jordan, 6 rings and MVPs and all this stuff. Yeah, that's cool. But if you go on that, then you got to throw Ori in the game. We got to throw Kareem in there, and they're not going to compare them. When you put that in there, I just go down to what has he done, Jordan? What has LeBron done? What has Kobe done? And what has my man Magic done? I can name a lot of similarities, things that each have done, but it's one thing that sets Magic apart from all the rest.
And what is that?
He played all 5 positions on the court and won a championship. LeBron has yet to play center and win a championship. Jordan has yet to play center, and Kobe ain't even think about going down to play no center. And that's my Laker brother. Magic Johnson played all 5 positions on the NBA court and won a championship.
And y'all see why I call him my guru. You know what I mean? Wow.
Yeah, so that's what it is, man. I don't know what's going on with this situation right here, but yeah, this ain't gonna make it. This ain't gonna make it.
That's impressive. I didn't realize his stats was that. So that's what
I mean, he might not have the points and things of that nature, but yeah, he flat out
doing it.
Yeah.
He did it.
Hey, Magic. They can say what they want to say.
Very humble guy too, though. You know.
Who, Magic?
Yes, very humble, very sweet. You know, and with a smile. That smile is everything. So.
You know what Kanye said?
What Kanye say?
He said we need to stop talking about slavery and start talking about like how did Magic Johnson perhaps put these businesses in our community.
And I don't disagree with
Let's talk about that instead of reliving slavery.
And that was the part I was going to touch on with T.I. Said, because that was what he reiterated. And that's, I don't disagree with. I completely agree with that. Yeah. So, I agree.
All right. Well, I guess we'll do that. Well, we'll come back. I voiced my opinion last week on the T.I. situation.
Yes.
We'll see how your situation goes.
Okay.
And then, we'll keep it going, all right?
Will do.
That's what it is.
We'll be right back from break in a minute. Thank you guys for being tuned in with DMV Made, Shantae, the Chill Sign, and DJ D Money, baby. What's up, Jay Smalls? What's up, Betty? Hey, Go Mousy. Thank you for tuning in. What's up, Thaddeus? Hey, Myron, Javon, Raymond. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. What's up, Rashad? I appreciate it. We'll be back from break in a minute. Stay tuned in, though. Thank you for making it out. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm sorry you didn't tell. Nice to meet you, Shantae. Nice to meet you.
Gotta get a tank of gas, sir.
What's going on, man? See my head. I bought Gerreddi. I bought my man Gerreddi with me.
Also, bad.
He's an artist himself, Gerreddi. How you doing, bro?
Hey,
So
what's
we
happening,
gonna
man?
get a live feed.
Okay, that's what's up. What's up, man? Heard you a lot? Yeah, I heard of you. Like y'all set up.
What else y'all doing? Y'all see that over here? What y'all doing?
Oh, those are just different drops. Just saying them.
You got recording studio over there. Oh, yeah. What is it, man? That's your video. Got that up.
Grandma's movie. I was on Grandma's movie.
We're going live.
We stay live.
Going live.
Yeah, I done. I taught some of the live feeds. That's cool. I saw it.
Jail, California dreaming. Stop banging that banger,
You connected back to the regular Wi-Fi? Yeah. Okay, connected back. For 1 second. Yeah, they do it on it. It's a little ride, but it's nice. It's a little ride, though. Goodness. Mixler. Tracy and Mr. Carl, I'll give you their contact information if you want it.
He on the down low crunch. Down crank. That's my DJ stuff. That's what DJ
That's what we doing.
You got the joint set on the speed. You got the spinner set on the speed.
So what's the show? Yeah, it's flat right now. From out the tempo.
Yeah.
It's on the track.
So right now, it's pretty much just, now I'm just like, pretty much like,
Oh.
because it wasn't into the birthday show for the paper, the argument before.
Right.
Yeah.
Uncle Reggie. Trig. Trig. Like trigonometry.
Oh, Trig. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right, welcome back to DMV Made. As you can see, we have Wisdom Speaks,
Yo.
Trig, Gerald, Gerreddi. Hey, you want to join us on camera so they can see you? You know, they're all in the studio. Good old Wisdom Speaks. What you been up to?
Everything.
Okay, listen, everything, because I see you had a show this weekend. I've been smoke out.
Yeah, I was smoked out. It was lit.
It was lit.
Say the least. That was a vibe. That show was good. Crazy. Like, that was a vibe.
And I missed it.
They say the atmosphere is good in that.
And I
mean, it was just so vicious. It was just vicious all the way through. It was just class. It was, man, you would appreciate that joint. It was just, we cracked that joint, then Red Essence came and put the hammer in. Oh, wow! And it was like, wow!
I like cars like that, not the ordinary.
It was, man, it was, and then the camaraderie you see between, you know what I'm saying, gentlemen, you know what I'm saying, especially gentlemen musicians. The camaraderie was respect. It was, you know what I'm saying, none of that crap. It was just, man, love the funk, love the RE, love the, man, it was just, and then they showed their love in return. And then, man, go ahead.
That's how it's supposed to be. That's what's up. That's what's up.
He said, man, go ahead.
Yeah, man, go ahead, man.
So, Brad, I want to introduce you to the show. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm an artist.
Okay.
I'm from the area. I'm out here doing my thing for me.
Type of
Grinding.
music. For those of us, you know, they want to know your type of music, your songs, everything.
I would probably say hardcore.
Okay.
I don't really want to rap.
Okay.
So I would say hardcore.
Okay. Trig the drummer.
Trig the drummer. Hello.
Okay.
Right.
You don't want to say anything?
Oh, sure.
Trig the drummer.
Native zone, Washingtonian, born and raised in Go from in the alley. It's a junkyard days for passing pain. And
Okay.
grew my way up to many groups. And now with the Great Wisdom Speaks, my man Wow. We taking off. Jet for you, baby.
And how was that experience working with Bob?
Oh, it's a great.
Did
Tell the truth, man. Tell the truth.
Great, no, seriously. It's a well-respected organization as a business.
Okay.
It's something that's not taken lightly to be played with as in jeopardizing the music. So I love the craft of seriousness. You know, I like when I come to practice, everyone is tuned into the music, we rehearsing, and you know, it's very mature. So I love being into this camp.
Wow.
It's the first camp that I can say I really enjoy, you know, working with.
Okay. That's right on time, because I threw a question out, and it's been pending out there for a couple days now. When it comes to bands, is it more? Do you feel it should be more family, quote unquote family, or should it be more focused on business within the band? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times.
I think it should be more focused on business. It's more structured as a business, for sure.
Okay.
You know, just the way you should present yourself, you would want to be structured as a business.
Right.
So the respect to come, you know, will put together from that.
Okay. But you know, you always hear they be talking about, man, that band like a family. That band a family. And I be like,
let me say this,
Yeah.
right? Let me say this, right? Because like for real, we are family. Like Gerreddi, that's family. Trig, that's family. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It's business is a word. Business ain't got no feelings, no emotions. That's a word. You know what I mean? Shit, it's business. When I say it's business. You know what I mean? It ain't got nothing to do with no family and oh man, this, that, and other. No, nah, that's out the window. You know what I'm saying? Then it boils down to principle and character. You know what I'm saying? Principle and character and all that. I don't deal with faith. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to have no faith in me to do nothing. But I do loyalty. I do that. You know what I'm saying? Loyalty and faith, two different things. You know what I'm saying? Loyalty is dealing with character. You know what I'm saying? Loyalty got to be productive. You know what I'm saying? Faith ain't got to be productive. That's just, you just believing in some shit you ain't got no reason to believe in.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't do that. Oh, I'm sorry. We're believing in some stuff you ain't got no reason to believe in. You know what I mean?
all right, that's a good perspective on that.
Real live. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we done ran into the family. You know what I'm saying? Right there skating on the 51, 49 yard line. Family, man, we family.
Right.
Now we family, we business. Nah, we don't, we just the business, and you my family. You know what I mean?
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
You don't find it at times more problematic when you're consider yourself or is looked at as a family when it comes to having to deal with the personal aspect? Because when you make it more about family than business, then, you know, sometimes when you may really want to let someone go because, you know, things not really jiving the way it's supposed to, but then you become family, so you taking the emotion side versus the business. So you don't find it a problem?
I don't put my emotions in. That's what I'm saying. I don't do that. And I never fired nobody. I let them fire themselves. You know what I mean? So, like, it take a long time for me to fire because I don't really care who. I really don't care who really be man in the post. As long as you man in the post, whatever it is that is necessary, you know what I'm saying? I don't really care who it is. It don't matter to me. You know what I mean? As long as you man in that post. Once it start to get, you know what I'm saying, a little disruptive over there in that post, you know what I'm saying, because of whatever. You know what I mean? That's when, hey man, such once, such and such twice. Third time it ain't the same.
Strike out the third time, you know?
Hey, so I ain't fired you, you know what I'm saying? You fired yourself. I told you once, second time, third time ain't the same. It's just business. You know?
Right. I dig it. Wow. Let me ask Mr. Gerreddi, man. I'm kind of hip, you know, to some of your work.
Shit.
How in the world how was it working with Project Pat?
Man, you know, Pat cool, man. Actually, he about to be here actually on the 18th, and we probably go to the studio and do something.
Okay.
On the 18th.
Pleasantville studio.
Yeah, Pleasantville studio, man. You know, Pat real cool, man. I work with a lot of different people, man, but you know, his energy. You know what I'm saying? He nice. A lot of people like it. You know what I'm saying? But right now I'm pushing my album. Actually, I got an album out here. Matter of fact,
can I do it? Come on, man. Listen. This man album right here, I'm trying to tell you, listen. If he don't do nothing else ever in his life, this is legendary. Right here. Ready or not. When I say get, y'all say ready. Get ready. Get ready. See, ready or not, listen. He's selling these joints hand to hand. You know what I'm saying? On a hand to hand strip. With some hand to hand shit. With some hand to hand clicks. 4 youngins down for the double. Always came to the Ivy City. Making Ivy City bubble. Doing anything for trouble.
Anything for trouble. Okay.
No, but Red, listen. All serious, though. this album right here. Please cop this album right here. It's available everywhere music is sold, worldwide and in the street, your nearest, wherever it is. Straight grassroots thing, grassroots fire right here. Gerreddi, bad joker right here. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah.
Thank you, Walt.
Yeah.
Put your channel behind that. Since you gave that promo, put your channel behind it where they can follow you.
You can follow me on at Gerreddi. That's at Gerreddi. That's all social media. That's every platform. But yeah, this is my first album. I dropped 9 mixtapes on the street.
Okay.
So this is my first actual album that I'm actually all original beats, all original music. Features with Raheem Devon, Devin the Dude,
the homie,
Chink Santana,
yeah,
Graf, my son,
Boy, Booby,
my man Booby, shout out to old boy, my man Nooch, you know what I'm saying? You know about Booby son, old Noochie, man. I'm actually pushing these joints in the street, man, $10 a piece, man. So y'all catch these joints. Or y'all see the little stickers at your gas stations, and you see the lights, you see the flyers and the posters. You know we out here. Wisdom Speaks, man. Walt got me rocking with him on the shows, man. So,
hey,
you know,
cold situation. Hey, but look now, listen, I'm damn gonna go back to family, what you asked about, right? Okay. So you know what I'm saying, like shit. I was coming out here, you know what I'm saying. I've been up on the crane, down by Dulles Airport today. Since 5 a.m., you know what I'm saying? I came back, I rushed back, I was like, nah, I can't miss y'all show. I can't do none of that shit. Then I ran into Trig, he was down the studio. When I ran to the studio, he was like, what you about to do? I said, I'm about to go to this show, I can't miss y'all show. Then he said, I'm going out there. Then he said, I'm gonna call Gerreddi. Then we call Gerreddi, that's what family do. And then we come to this show and show you that love. You know what I'm saying?
And I appreciate it.
I mean, this was all the way out here. You know what I mean? This was all the way out this door to show you some love. You know what I'm saying? That's what you call fast. Gerald, what's up, man? My man, God damn, good to see you, bro.
Can I tell stories?
Absolutely, man. But that's family, you know what I mean? That's family. Ain't no business right here. This all family right here. You know what I'm saying? Right here. You know what I'm saying? When it come down to other stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's when the business kick in. Nah, nah. Then he say nah, it ain't going like that. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when the business kick in. You know what I'm saying? It's all respected. You know what I mean?
And I appreciate all of these coming.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me.
Appreciate you having me.
Well, no traffic though when I came. Wow. Let me ask Walt, man. You've been what you riding to? It's been a lot of music dropped in the industry per se. I always like to get a perspective because you know DC, we got our own ear, our own flavor. So who does Walt ride around to other than the Speak?
That's something, man. That's funny you asked me that, you know what I'm saying? I'm heavy in law, you know what I mean? And to be honest with you, for real, I don't listen to nothing.
Okay.
I don't even listen to my own creation. I don't listen to absolutely nothing. When I get on stage, that's all the dose I need to carry me for a minute until I get to the next stage. The stage is like a fix to me. I'm a junkie.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a junkie. Like, I never was a rapper or a singer or none of that. I just like being on the stage, you know what I'm saying? I stand on the stage, fuck it. I'll be on the stage anyway, you know what I'm saying? So once I found out that I could do things and people like it, you know what I'm saying? I was like, shit, that's what I'm gonna start doing. So that's like my fix. So I don't really need no music to listen to. And then like, when I do listen to music, the first thing I listen to is the inspiration I need to take to the stage. Then I try and flip it and twist it all around. Here, tell you, how many times we twist that joke last night? How many times we twist that joke?
2 or 3 times.
And twist that joke 2 or 3 times. You know what I'm saying? But that was because the radio in my truck, it go to the AM station every time I cut the car on. I don't know how it go to the AM station. So whatever on the AM station, Trig, wake up, nigga. I got nigga, I got a beat. Listen to this beat right here. Hey, Trig, do that shit. Then figure that shit out and do it the DC style, and then it just kind of worked because we both do DC style. Then be like, nigga,
One thing,
let's go do it tomorrow.
If your source is from the AM bands, you definitely not gonna have nothing with nobody else.
I mean, no, they just hipping me to this Migos, Migos, Narcos Jones. So I was like,
okay,
raindrop, drop top. Hold up, I used to rap like that when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? That was shit easy, man. And you do it on stage, and you can really fuck up on stage because they don't know it neither. You know what I'm saying? So you can do it and fuck around. You can do that shit, and then people be like, yep, that's how I be doing it too. Yeah, no bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny. Trig, who you be listening to? Other than the AM station that you get woke up to.
You know, I gotta keep it on my roots with the good BYB, man.
Okay.
I love all my Washingtonian bands, from Red Acid to Junkyard, the Northeast Groovers, you know, the Trouble Phone, the EU. I just love them all, but mainly I ride to maybe Backyard and Wet Band. You know, I like the way them brothers sockets, you know, they crank those.
Okay.
But lately I've been riding to Wisdom Speaks, to be honest.
Okay. Shameless plug. I got you.
Hold up. If you heard I named the artists is on this record. Right. So I've been listening to my man album like, yeah. But and he got a joint on there that take you back into what's that sound they give you in LA when you go into their club? The electric sound or something like that. What's that cut? That song that give you that.
With the background singing on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like you get that CD, listen to that track. It's different and it's a work of art. It's good music.
Okay. But let me ask you this as a go-go question. As a drummer, we gotta keep it 1,000 because 100 ain't good enough.
Let's go.
All right, this other drummer over there laughing, but I'm gonna ask him some drummer question. Cause you said you was a Groovers band.
That's right. I played with them actually.
You did?
Yeah, I made it to a success with them as well.
Okay, right? So let me really ask you this: Jam and Jeff or Stomp Dog?
Oh, come on, man. You know, I'm an original gangster with it all.
Okay,
so
okay.
I'm from a legendary root, so I gotta respect my elders in this game. So of course, Jamie Jeff. But I love Stomp Style.
Oh, there go that's the coding right there. But I know. And don't worry about it, cause I ask Stomp all the time.
But you know, and you can ask Stomp himself. You gotta look up to where you come from.
Oh yeah.
And we both, as Stomp and Trig, looked up to Jamie Jeff.
Yes, sir.
So yeah,
that's my man.
Gotta salute to my man Jeff. You know,
damn Jeff.
Yeah, for sure.
1,000.
That's what's up. Gerreddi, you don't get off the hook too easy on the couch, man. other than your project and a Wisdom Speaks project, who you riding around listening to?
Man, well, to be honest, to be honest, man, I ride around listening to all the old rap. I ride around listening to Tupac, Biggie. Like in my CD player, I got like a little 6-disc joint.
Okay.
I got Tupac, Biggie, Scarface.
That's right. You got the greatest of the greatest.
The GOAT. Tupac, Biggie, Scarface, NWA, Jeezy, and me.
Okay. Well, as an artist, I'm gonna ask you the question. I think I got a feeling where you might lean to.
Yeah.
Tupac or Biggie?
That's hard because I would say Tupac, he's more of a real rapper. Like if I listen to Tupac, I'm gonna hear revolutionary. I'm gonna hear, what you going on. I mean, what's really going through, what I might see outside or what it was. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Young, pocket full of rap. If I listen to Biggie, listening to Biggie is like watching a movie. You know what I'm saying? Biggie tells them stories.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Biggie had them stories, so you listen to Biggie, you close your eyes and you can hear a whole story. It's like a movie.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? More so when you listen to Tupac, it's more reality to me.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So
I always say Tupac is Southside and Biggie are Uptown.
Yeah, I would say Tupac. I would say Tupac. I would say Tupac all around the board.
Right.
I would say Tupac, but as far as storytelling, and making up stories and stuff like that, I would say Biggie. So it's different style. I like Tupac. That's what's up. I like. Shout out to New York. I live on the East Coast, but feel type of way. That's what I like. I like Tupac.
I like that, man. I've been checking out this documentary that everybody was on, the Tupac Biggie joint. I'm like, well, how does they won't let them dudes just go? Like they still trying to figure that out, you know. But I always like to ask rappers, man, Tupac or Biggie. I always like to ask that. Who's your favorite person in NWA?
Easy E, because he's breaking the streets.
Okay.
But Dr. Dre made the beat, so I mean, it's like peanut butter and jelly.
Okay.
One been on NWA without the beats.
But I gotta say Ice Cube. Sorry, King.
I'm a
But he right about it.
No, but you're right on the same token. Ice Cube wrote everything. He wrote Easy Pop. He wrote all their stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta say Q too, but
I
feel easy though.
I'm with you on
that organization, because I think I was listening to Snoop Dogg, and he was telling me if it wasn't for Yellow, it wouldn't have been no him. Like that's who really was taking him, like not the Dre in the studio, but Yellow was the one was in his ear. Like saying, look, dude, you got this, you can come with this flavor, you need to leave this alone, He said Yellow is the one that stayed in his ear like that. That buzz, that conscious dude was in his ear. But yeah, I was like, I always thought Dre was his man, 100 grand. But he said Yellow was the one that stayed in his ear. But that organization was powerful all the time, man. It's always good to chop it up.
Yeah, they made history.
So what's up next for the good wisdom speech, man?
Hey, Gerald, how your attention always like it? What you do, man?
Something,
I'm sorry.
Hey, it's a family show, man. It's a family show.
You ain't say nothing.
I sometimes dress up, sometimes dress down. So I put them jokes right back in the box. Stick the paper back in the time.
Oh, man.
But speaking of Snoop Dogg, I was with Crossover, and we was practicing one night.
I forgot about that.
He put us on with Snoop. Now, what's so funny is Snoop wasn't supposed to rap. He wasn't supposed to rap at all. So they told us, so Wop said, y'all gotta learn 5 of Snoop songs. Playing. So we learned them things that night, man. We didn't get out there and rehearse for 2 times. Learn them, Johnson, with the next day we played at 2K with the 2K9. 2K9. So he was doing an interview. So when he finished the interview, he came on stage with the bomb stuff, run the entourage up there, the uncle and everybody. He said, man, this shit is cracking church. So next thing you know, because we was playing it became a show. So good thing we knew 5 songs, and it became a go-go.
Hey, it was
So
a party.
Party with the go-go
so the next day, before he left, he did like this to me. And I dapped him, he said, that's cool and everything, nephew, but I want the car. You got the car.
Yeah.
I want to get the band and come back. So they were on the road, but that's the next day when they got locked up. Them spoilers. But he was with them all that year. Doing that tour. Every time you saw them, you saw him. I seen him on when they were on the comedy show. I said, you don't take that on stage. He up there on the panel. Comedy I said, Rock, I said, Rock up on the stage. I said, but when he came back, I already knew that he was going to become something that in this city and make his move, because we had a song called Crossover Strut, and he brought us some stuff. And then he tried to get us to play. I think we did play. We backed him up at the Tacoma Station, and it was crazy.
Yeah,
but I knew he was going to do something. He came back and he just created that band. I knew. I already knew. Because I hadn't seen him in so long. I think last time I seen him was we was playing up Emory.
Man, we up there this year. We up there this year.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be an all-star lineup up there.
That Emory
spice
Yeah.
thing gonna be interesting.
Should we keep it secret? It's gonna be very interesting.
I got my blinders on.
That's why I got you, Doc. I got you. I'll put you on. I got you, Doc. But yeah, so we appreciate that, man. I mean, I tell everybody that because you know that was like mind blowing.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man.
Nobody know that story. I be trying to tell everybody when I know certain stories.
And I don't even
And
talk
our history.
about a lot of.
Yeah, you don't talk about it. See, so I say I need to tell it. But if somebody don't tell something, I tell it. And I know stuff y'all been around.
When you got a Snoop story, you supposed to share.
Yeah, I'm looking at you and what like this nigga ain't even say that. He also like that. He put us on. Snoop. He put us on. He said Snoop.
Wow.
These Snoop Dogg.
Hey, look.
I mean, everybody was up there.
For those that's tuned in, you hear the voice, but you don't see the person. That is Gerald of the mighty, legendary Puff Lenders. We're going to take a music break, and we're going to get him in the set somehow, some way, because he done already been part of the show, all right? So that's what it is, man. Hey, it's the DMV made. I say it stands for DC, Maryland, and Virginia. But Shantae say it stands for
Determined, motivated, and visionary, baby.
all right, we'll be back. We're going to get Gerald in the scene, baby.
Yeah, man, that was something, man. That was something. That was real, man.
My street team will be number 2. So, we playing the joint. That's the joint right here.
I need one of them. I don't know who else was. PJ, where you going there? I know I'm definitely gonna have the rest of my punch.
I told him the other day, I gave my number the other day because he wanted to hit me. I'm not trying to pick up on the
And everybody can move their light out this place.
The ball was back.
Get back in your chair, let me say. Now, sit in the chair. I'm going to make sure that we can see you.
Don't worry about me.
There you go. This is just part on that part, but this he did. No, you did all the way. It's just the chat is on there. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. We'll be back on break in a second.
Right. Roll out. What we got to do?
We got you guys want to get paid for the yeah, check that. You want to that's live.
Hey, look, this is the club. You'll get some spotlights in the back. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I got Roma. Yeah. Okay, then we're gonna come back. We're gonna plug these socials real quick. Then I'm gonna play his single. And then we'll
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, while we get our
Oh, they got YouTube live? Yeah, that's what it is, man. DMV Made right here is your man DJ D Money. That is the hostess with the mostest. And I ain't gonna tell you most of what. But that is the beautiful Miss Shantae. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we got Wisdom Speaks, family and friends on the couch. Before we get up out of here, because they got a lot of work to go do, man. Wisdom Speaks, put your social media out there, all that good stuff, how they can get in contact with you.
Oh, man, Wisdom Speaks band.com, Wisdom Speaks live music, at Wisdom Live Music, Wisdom Speaks on Instagram, Twitter, Wisdom Speaks TV on YouTube, music everywhere, everywhere music is sold around the globe, and the joint cranking all of a sudden. Hey, oh, man. Yeah, Wisdom Speaks. That's with 2 E's. WISDOMSPEEKS.
Okay.
I rock with the best.
Hey.
These DMV Made. My man D Money, the best DJ hands down. DJ character, all of that. Man, I'm trying to tell you. Gerald Pump Leonard's in the building. And y'all was down Uniontown last week. I tried to get down that joint, couldn't make it, but I heard the power went out.
Yeah, we're gonna be down this Friday though. Come on down. Come on down here on that mic. Cause look, I'm getting ready. My birthday coming up in a couple weeks, so I'm getting ready to reach out to some of y'all. Y'all need to come on. We need to turn Uniontown like Ibex. Turn the Ibex.
Yeah, that's
destroy it real quick. Get it remodeled.
Trig, you want to drop your social media info?
You can actually, I'm not. I gotta get back at you guys with that.
Okay.
I'm kind of alias, but you can check me out on Instagram under DATNGA0077 at
On Instagram.
There you go. That's a lot for Instagram.
Hey,
Yeah.
That's a lot to remember.
that's how you supposed to be.
You gotta be Trig the drummer. It is Instagram.
That is abbreviated, but that's the information you get to.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Gerreddi, drop your info on there, my man.
At Gerreddi on Twitter, that's at GERREDDI.
Okay.
At Gerreddi on Instagram. At Gerreddi on everything. Got these albums in the streets. We're gonna be in the streets with them. You know what I'm saying? I got my single called Rich My Life on iTunes right now. Videos coming soon, man. You already know. When Wisdom Speaks, you should listen.
Hey.
Wow, I like that.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. Hey, look, before you roll out, man, introduce your single that you got out there. We're gonna put that in the air, and then we're gonna get Big Brother Gerald on the couch, all right? That's how we gonna do, man. So go ahead and put your signal out there.
I go by name Gerreddi. This is my new single called Rich My Life off my new album, Ready or Not, Non-Capital Records, Wisdom Speaks Band.
I risked my life for this shit. Risked my life for this shit.
It is.
Okay. Great. Okay, I'm gonna grab you guys on the green screen real quick so we guys can get back in the air.
Man, I love you, man.
You too, baby. You know I'm fan. Yeah, come on down Friday, man.
Man, come sit down and get some chicken salad, man. Good, man. I remember you do the mirrors back in the day. That's the pity. Remember that? Yeah. Right before we go.
Okay, ready. Right here?
Yeah, that's when I was going to break down and get the campus off the room, but I can get off the room. What's up, Gerald?
What's up, man? How you been?
Good, man.
You got that good old heat last week.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, somebody get some last week.
Yeah. I got one big love in them Hey, Rob, we trying to sell the food, man. Oh, man, you know, yeah, sir. I can definitely put my elbow in.
I just got Gerald by James Paul.
Bam! Yeah! I mean, what? Yeah, baby. Thanks, Gerald. What's up, D?
Ain't nothing.
Man, you want to try me out, man?
Thank
Try out one of these. I got to see
I see y'all, man. So I'm Blender 79 on Instagram. I'm trying to remember mine. My Twitter is Gerald Books on Twitter. Just Gerald.
You be active on Twitter though.
Put little flyers up right now and then.
Liking tweets, retweeting.
Shoot, what's the name? Who else talking to? Soldier Boy? Soldier Boy. Wiz Khalifa.
Yes, you did. I was also on that.
Game on Twitter. How many sponsors can we get from our
For real? It's the same thing.
She always thought he'd be like, she be like, where's my D money at? I be like, I telling you, bro. I know you know your
Exactly. That's right. That's right. You messed up. Yeah.
he went to the council before he asked.
Yeah, I know.
So he made sure before she left it, he took a picture with her. He always posted it.
Right.
I said, you really want me to bring out the pictures of me? That is
Everybody.
You know what I'm with? One of y'all want chicken or seafood?
I want chicken.
Want chicken? You spoke up, Steve. That's my last school. I just want to try the seafood. Seafood got a shrimp, crab meat in it.
Okay.
And it's like a macaroni.
What they going for though?
Well, Shantae got the seafood. These little ones, this cup right here.
Okay.
The chicken one, this right here, is 12, 20.
All right, well, it's sold. Give me the $12.
You got it.
Man,
I'm saying, but I got the cup.
got the coffee.
Which one you want? I'm trying to figure out. Do you want to try all these? You good?
I appreciate it.
All right, no man.
I want my chicken one though. You got me my seafood.
30 seconds of the song.
Oh, you got
So I better get this when I get home then.
Welcome back to DMV Made with your girl Shantae, the chill side. No other than D.
You like on this? Yeah, my man Gerreddi. You make sure you go ahead and cop that brand new joint, man. I like that joint right there. I like that joint right there.
So we now have on the couch with us here, DMV Made, Gerald of Pump Blenders. Hey.
You gotta say no. You gotta
we gotta say it
right.
a little different.
First of all, you heard the voice.
But
now you see the face.
You see the face.
And he's an OG.
OG.
Of the mighty Pump Blenders. Rest in peace, my man, Mr. You gotta say it like that.
He outdid me. I didn't know we had to say it like that.
Yeah,
we got him on here. We got him on here. How have you been? It's been a minute since I've seen you.
I've been doing okay. I've been doing all right. Just taking life one step at a time, trying to keep float on with this music and stay up, reach, whatever I'm doing out in the street. Talking to people about what they like, what they don't like, trying to find out. Because, you play, you're not playing for ourselves, you're playing for to please the people.
Absolutely.
So, it's been what I've been doing with this I call them the new pump. Because there's only 2 of us in there that are really original members.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So they always surprise me doing something, and then they keep me youth because it's like a lot of them have a lot of younger than I.
Okay.
But they bring in the little flavor. So when you get a chance for one Friday, you ain't doing nothing, come on out and check them out.
I'm gonna have to come out down your time. I ain't gonna see him have to come out. But I definitely want to first, before we get too far into it, say thank you because you're always sharing, liking, commenting on the post the DMV made. I appreciate you so much. I definitely appreciate it. So I just wanted to make sure I get that in. And we definitely will be at Union Town. We got to be at Union Town on Fridays with the Pump Blenders. You have, what events do you have coming up?
Well, let me see. We have some block parties. We got the Emory, the Emory Heights, what they call that? It's like Emory Heights Day.
Yeah.
Sometimes some people still call it Georgia Avenue Day. They be in dispute about that. They going back, but that ain't no Georgia Avenue Day because ain't no parade. You know how they be fussing.
Right.
All the G's on the corner, I'll be laughing. But yeah, that's coming up. Couple of shows we might be going out. Somebody talked to us about coming from some Virginia, some club in Virginia, D-Wah, something in water. Couple of clubs, so but I'm gonna keep that Friday right now because it's starting to build down at Union Town. And I want to take we practice 2 times out of the week, but I want to take one of those days to start working on the CD because we played 2 original old Pump Blender songs with. We restructured, we mixed it, we vamped it, and they are partying off of it. So. I like that. When I see that, that makes me happy knowing that we took the time to reinvent that song and we created and add some other stuff to it. And they like it and they sang a little lyrics back with us.
Let me ask you, when it comes to today's go-go scene, being that you're so well grounded in the earlier years of go-go, what do you see as the biggest transition barrier coming from an OG that was grounded heavily in the old scene that's trying to mix and mingle per se in this new scene?
Wow. Good question. That is a good question. It's a difference. It's a lot different because back in the day we played nothing but originals. We might play 1 or 2 cover songs. But now it's like if you create a song, you have to create it to a liking of how your audience, because every now we got the bounce, we got the crank, we got the sockets, the pots. We've been had them all along.
Right.
But the congos and the drums now are much more stronger than I feel it now than they play. The drive is much stronger than it was when I was first playing. So it's like thanks to Buggy Stomp and Jammin' Jeopardy, they reinvented it, and Sugarfoot did his thing, but they came along and put a different spin on it. And I meant to say Heavy One also. And rest in peace. And first two.
Yeah.
And that's my man. And the drive, it's always been a drive, but the drive is totally different now. So I had to sit back and actually relearn how it's played now. The little tricks and the dynamics, the accent. I still play them all the way. I play them all the way. The Pumplers always play dynamics and accents. But the action to how they play, now it's they more smooth. But back then, if you notice, you listen to a lot of let's say 04, 05, 06, there was so many tricks being done by
drums, a lot of chopping going on.
Yeah, my man played some Black, James, Darkness, him, Stomp on 06.
Okay.
Buggy did his thing. I love Buggy.
Hold on, let me check
But I mean, some of the CDs I got, man, they just mind blowing the stuff he was doing with Familiar Faces.
I'm about to say, I think that was his Familiar year.
Yeah, that was his Familiar year.
He said that was the best Familiar.
Oh my God.
Familiar Faces ever.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I got to experience it too live because we was opening up down Zanzibar with them, and he played 2 shows before he stopped playing with them. Jam and Jeff. He transitioned from him to Jam and Jeff. But I got the experience. I got to witness it. He was wicked. He's still wicked now, but the stuff he did was remarkably unbelievable.
Yeah. Out to the 06 Familiar. Stomp literally gave me a whole music folder.
Yeah.
06 Familiar.
Oh my God. So see, you know what I'm saying?
He said this is the best Familiar Faces.
See, he said the same thing.
That's why I was like, wait a minute. Let me make sure it wasn't 05 or 07. But it was 06.
Shout out to my man Blue Eyed Gerald, man. How he he reinvented himself. He's very diverse. To go to RE, Junkyard to RE to and whatever other bands he did.
Yeah, I'm trying to
and
think.
All the time I played with him are totally. If you listen to the CDs, they're different. So a lot of people say, "Oh, the beats sound the same." No, it don't sound the same.
Yeah,
It's a lot of difference to a lot of different drums.
He was. Blue Eye was with Faces for a while, and that was a totally. He said he made good left turns. That was a 180 to go from them. But Doc and them crank too. Faces joint.
I love it.
All right, that's what's up. So I've shared a few times on a couple broadcasts that I'm dipping and dabbing my hands in the pump of the situation a little bit, and you might get a little shock a little bit. Wisdom when you look at this part, see you up on the hill, my side of town, when I tear it down. But nah, do you consider it a challenge to mix the pump lenders in today's time, or is it just this is what we do? Because when I work with, I told you on the phone, I said, when you asked me, I said, this is a challenge to me.
It is
to have an old school mentality.
It is.
And to try to work with some young folks that don't know you from nobody.
Exactly.
But they might know your history a little bit.
Just a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? So how do you take it as a challenge, or is it just something you doing because the pump is your baby?
Well, it's both. I'm gonna tell you how it happened. Mr. Busey, it was 2000. Went past his house, and we had crossover together, and he was saying, "Man, let's do a pump lender reunion." I said, "Okay, no problem. Bring a rock with it."
Okay.
And so he said, "Come in, let me talk to you for a minute." We was walking by ourselves. He said, "Yeah, I'm kind of getting sick. I ain't feeling, up to down."
Right.
He said, "If anything ever happened to me, I want you to take this band over." So I said, "What you talking about?" He said, "I want you to take this band over because you're strong like I am, and you like my son. So I want you to take this band over." So it never dawned on me, to you know, when somebody tell you something like that, you like,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, you know. So then when he died, it ain't still sitting with me because I was like, oh, I was playing with crossover. Wasn't even thinking about pumping. We was crossover, you know. Pumping was a thing of the past, crossover was now.
Mm-hmm.
So I got sick, had an operation, and I stopped playing with crossover for a minute. And then when I stopped playing with them, I created a band called The Secret. I think I ran into you one time when I had them.
I have y'all on video.
Yeah, and I ran into Gerald Clock, and Gerald Clock started putting us on all these what's they call about the peace. You know, increase the peace, stop the violence.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I went up on the hill, we left the block party. I went up on the hill, and they was having the George Avenue day like they have now. And so Backyard played, Mass Extension, and somebody else. So Lonnie Mack was like, that's who was giving it. And he said, well, he said, I never heard of Secret, but you got the Pump Letters, what about the Pump Letters, you know? I said, okay, well, I'll see what I can do. So what I did was that happened in 2010, so 2011 came, I got Rocksteady together, Keith Busey was on tour, and Jude Boyd, what we call trumpet, play trumpet, Steve Foster, you know, all them. So we did that 2011, and we just kept doing reunions. So there's one reunion we did in 2013, which really sparked the band and gave the band some interest. Like, we need to do this. We need to put this back together. It came because everybody now, Keith Busey played and everything, so everybody was doing the steps. And it's a little footage. I guess you got some of that too, huh?
Yeah.
So they got sight. So because people was talking about y'all coming back out, you know, it's sight. So and I'm like, man, I ain't paying that no attention. You know what I'm saying? So then George say, man, Gerald, we need to do this full time. Now I'm doing this full time. He done stepped back. I don't put all this time, this money up in this. I'm saying, I told him, I said, I'm not going to change the name. I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. He said, well, no, I ain't quit. I'm just trying to get myself together, get the keyboard, boom, boom, boom. I said, all right. Well, so that's why you met Tony.
Right.
And have you met Tony? You haven't met Tony. No. Next time you invite me, I'll bring him.
Okay.
He became now the lead rapper because he used to watch us when he was young and come and see the band play. He approached me at the Tacoma station, and he said, man, I really would like to be with y'all guys, man. I know y'all songs, I know your history, boom, 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 you know. I said, okay, I'll give him a shot. Got to know him, I called him, auditioned him. And so I had him and another guy up on the front line, and that's when I did the block party on Just Street. We got all them hits, numbers. And I had Tillery and Sterling on trombone.
Tillery's a legendary trumpet player for Chuck Brown. The only trumpet player I personally know that can play two trumpets at the same time and play two different rhythms on each one. Like that.
Yeah, so we became close, and believe it or not, the Soul Search is about to come back out. It's something going on now. We're speaking of old school. They want to do something like an old school go-go line. So that's what's happening.
Let me get my raps together.
I already got you. So I already got you. So
my raps together.
Good. And believe it or not, we play him and I play, man.
Okay.
If he never told you.
Oh, no.
Everybody
no,
stuff.
tell me.
I'm kissing and telling today.
Hey,
he played trombone.
Okay.
And he used to rap. We had actually we was the first Raw Deal band. And
Raw Deal, okay.
Hot Sauce was the conga player. And what happened, Hot Sauce, he played during the summer, but after that, his mom said, it's time to go back to school.
Right.
She said, he got to get his schoolwork done.
Uh-oh.
So, after that, he was playing with basketball.
Trombone over there, okay.
No, I was playing the sax.
Sax. And what's name? Well, next to him was playing bone. We had 4 on the front line. He's on that front line.
Things you learn.
Raw Deal. Raw Deal. So he played, yeah. So,
I got a little history, I don't know what to talk about.
I'm gonna have to pull it Find it on YouTube somewhere.
I'm sending the pictures. I'm
Throwback Thursday is coming. So.
Actually, it is a picture. It's a picture online. I had hair and everything. When I still had matching shoes and shirt. This is nothing new.
Yeah, he always swag up.
Those was the good old days. Shout out to my man Mark. Mark Lewis.
Yeah.
Trumpet player.
Gregory Rice.
Yeah. Let It Flow band.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's up. That's what's up. So pump blenders. When it comes down, man, I seen you on social media. I don't know where you've been finding these old school posters. Shantae, you might not be hip to this, but it always weren't flyers like you're so great at making.
Why, thank you, Gerald.
You know, but we used to have posters on the bulletin boards, the
light
street
poles,
and everything. Somehow, Gerald has a whole basement full of these joints.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what's happening. My last wife, I had a whole basement full. So when we separated, she was one of them scorned women. So the poster sort of like. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
God. I tried. Don't please me. I put the whole book of swag on. I was rapping hard.
Can you give us the posters back?
Wow. I you were singing a little bit. I was singing.
But I see some of them joints, and they were bringing back a lot of memories.
It was a lot of posters. And believe it or not, but when Howard opened up, I did have some in my basement, my mother's house. And this guy that know my nephew, he used to work at Howard Theater. He stole a lot of them, and it was the year before Chuck passed.
Wow.
He stole at least about 200 of them.
Wow.
It was in a black, I kept in this black, one of them hefty, heavy duty bag. Yeah, and my nephew, I think he went home one day, and he got the back door, basically, that's where we practiced. I used to practice drums in.
Okay.
And when he came, my son went there, and I said, go down there and see the other posters. I want you to bring them upstairs. I had a feeling that he was being, going to do something. I didn't know what he was going to do.
Right.
He went there and said, Pops, ain't no bag there. Bag gone. And I ain't seen that joker since.
Wow.
Joints is gone.
Wow.
So, but I do have some more, and I get some more pictures of them. I will send them through the Facebook media.
Wow. That's what's up. So, I'm sorry, Shantae. This is my era right here. I'm just trying to talk with this one right here. So let me ask you, man, with today's go, what is one of the most, as a musician, what is one of the most items or entities of today's go-go that you really, really love is there that wasn't there before? And what is something that you just wish would be back in the game from when, you were in your limelight? I love it. We don't ask the ordinary question.
That's why I know.
How long you been in the game?
I got to think about that. Basically, it's the crowd was more. No matter who not just even partners, to say mostly everybody that was good, calling and responsible with the feeling of the call and response with the crowd, the energy we felt with the crowd is totally different now than it was then. Because they accepted the songs that everybody played. Everybody had their own songs, had their own styles, and that energy. No matter if you say certain word, you say something, they say it back. Or if they heard a song, they knew what the song was. So like we say like Take That Dip, Love Boat, songs like that had call and response. So if we even start, they just hear the notes. They knew it. It's almost like Frankie Beverly Mays. If you hear Joy and Pain, you know it's Joy and Pain.
Right.
Soon soon you hear that note, or soon you hear that the beginning of Back in Stride Again, and the world famous
right.
Everybody know, So it's something like that with certain go-go songs that we had back in the day that I really know that being part of it, that I seen how it is now. So now it's basically like
Like everybody pretty much I do it too. I do some covers, but like I say, I'm listening and I watch, and you make good sense about a lot of stuff. And like you say, you don't ask the same and normal question or worry about who better than who, and you make me think. So you make me, when I look, I'm respond. I'm brainstorming. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying, so I'm feeding off the brilliant energy of stuff because you asking questions, but you also teaching.
I'm trying.
No, but you ain't trying.
Shantae got on me about my post earlier.
No, you ain't trying. You ain't trying. You political, but at the same time, you truthful, and you make somebody think. So you got to sit back and say, let me analyze this for a minute. Because you get tired of hearing or seeing, oh, what year Red Essence did this, what year Eve did this, what year Trouble did this. It's a rack of bands, and Clash Band, Air Raid, Pumplers. There's a lot of bands that played. It's a lot of history. So like somebody said, like, and I like what Ruck Tuck, Christopher Ruck Tuck, shout out to him.
Right.
He said, man, we need to stop all this nonsense and this negativity, and let's concentrate on cranking and having good shows with peace and unity. He said that, and that makes a lot of sense. If we start worrying about this negative stuff, we know at the end of the day, we human. We're going to all go through something.
Right.
And instead of feeding it, don't feed the fire, it won't grow. Okay. So stop all the negative stuff. Let's sit back and concentrate on how we can make our brand of our music become something so we can get grants. So we can get it across. It is across the globe in certain.
That's one thing that I get sick and tired of people saying, man, I be glad when Go make it there. I be like, Slim, where you been the last 15 years?
They don't know that Parkland's got an album in Europe. We popular in Europe.
I'm like,
I found out we played. I don't know if I told you, we toured with Intro.
Right.
SWB tour, and we was in London.
Shout out to Rocksteady.
Rocksteady. Thank you, Rocksteady.
Shantae didn't know that one.
Yeah, Rocksteady.
Remember the group Intro, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Rocksteady was the
And believe it or not, he wrote. God bless his soul, recipe, Kenny Greenland. He wrote like 4 or 5 hit records on Mary J. Blige. What's the 4 and 1? So before we went to London, they gave this dude Jaguar, fully loaded Jaguar, and gave him money for royalties. And we was in London a week before him and Rock came. And we Gary Smith, Marky, Brad,
keyboard,
Eric Carell, he used to play with Hacko Sweat. So, and believe it or not, we played 2 go-go songs. But we did some R&B too. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, this is going to make y'all laugh. Y'all remember I'm Going Down, the version Mary J. Blige did? And you remember how she had the hat and all that, the black on? The girl we had singing, what was that damn? Angel. I think her name was Angel. She wore that outfit. Now, this was 2 years before that came out. I'm Going Down. Okay. Now, turn around, you see
Mary J. Blige.
Exactly.
I got a story that can relate to something like that. Of course, I went to Roosevelt, Theodore, Uptown, not the Greenbelt one, right? The Theodore Roosevelt. And I always wanted to be different in school. I wasn't with the in crowd. I wasn't with the it crowd, I'll say. I was in because I played football, I played basketball, I was in the marching bands, in the Marlin Club, all that stuff. So I was in a crowd, but I wasn't with the it crowd. Okay. So I always wanted to be different. And me, looking back with my crazy self, I wore my clothes backwards in D.C. I went to the clubs, I went to the Ritz, I went to the Ritz, and I went downtown to the Ritz. And about a month and a half later, I seen these little dudes jumping with their clothes on. While I was at the Ritz, it just so happened that Mr. Dupree was down at the Ritz the same time. And I tell you, I wore my clothes backwards. I walked in the hallways of Roosevelt backwards to fit my clothes. And I used to go, because I always tried to figure out how can I make, as they say today, your brand. I wasn't it back in the day, but I tried to make myself stand out on stage somehow because I was never with the big bands that I looked up to, the DC's, rest in peace. I looked up to D. Floyd and the China Boogies of EU. And I was like, yo, how can I get my name just to crack them lanes? I gotta do something wild.
Yeah.
So I would put my clothes on backwards playing with Petworth or playing with Total Experience or something like that. And Lord and behold, just like you said, Angel had Murray came out with that outfit.
Yeah, I'm going down. I'm going down.
I'm looking
and
at
you
Chris
playing
Cross.
the same song.
I'm looking at Chris Cross jumping with their clothes backwards. And then when one of them passed, I don't know which one it was.
Was it
one of them passed?
I don't know which one it was.
But I remembered when they was interviewing the other one, and man, they was like, yeah, man, Jermaine, you know, he was in DC and he came back and said, I got this bright idea. And you know, I was looking at that TV eating. Because I'm like, how much money did they make off of that outfit? Yeah, so Jermaine Dupree, I'm going to let you have that one. But you know, it was me. Yeah, everybody uptown and with the Roosevelt that was in between that 83, 88 class can tell you. Oh, he was the only fool walking around the school with his clothes backwards. He wore the clubs and everything like that. They'll tell you. Wasn't nobody else in DC doing that. Yeah. So I can relate to her. I can relate to her on that.
Man.
Wow. So you got a Snoop Dogg story that you came with? You know, you shared the WAP story earlier.
I mean, that's pretty much it. Like I say, he dapped me.
He dapped you up.
I'm dapping him back. He like, that's cool and everything, nephew, but I need to go.
Right. And I can hear that's how he talked too.
That's how he talk, man.
And
man, they was getting they was twisted. You know, they passed that thing around. He was passing it back to me. I like, you know what I'm saying? But he had his uncle up there. It was Busy Bone, Corrupt. What's the other
one? Probably was with him.
He didn't have him.
Okay.
But what's the other one that be with Corrupt? What's the other one's called? The group Dog Pound.
Dog Pound.
Dog Pound, and it was somebody else.
It could be anybody.
But it was on
NBC.
But that stage, it was like about 10, 12 of them on front line on the mic. Tidy and Rick.
Wow. Of all the artists that you've met, you know, who was the greatest or left the biggest impact on you?
I think Kenny was the greatest because he spent a lot of knowledge of music. And, he was brilliant at writing songs, and he would change that show up in a drop of a hat. We would still play songs like that on the album. But for certain spots we went, he wanted to play remixes. Okay. So what he did was he said, let's take Keep Your Head Up. So we played it, but we put the crank spin to it. But, that thing was funky. It's already funky, but we really had it popping, And we did SOS, Take Your Time. So he'll say remix. That's when we switched. And he did to Frankie Before I Let Go. We did that, and he did remix. And he remixed Come Inside. They put the bed on the stage, and that was spinning around, and the women great. But he was very creative. He was a genius at what he did, how he wrote the songs, and how he spit that music knowledge into us in the mornings and stuff. And we used to get up like 6 o'clock in the morning, breakfast and everything. Then after breakfast, you got a meeting. So your eyes all like this because you don't play. They want you to go after parties, you know what I'm saying?
And the drummer that inspired you?
Oh wow, that's a lot of dang, wow. You mess my brain up, man. I like my man that played with Average White Man, Steve. What's that guy? And I liked I used to listen to like Buddy Miles and one that just left here. They play because we just did a song. He is vicious. He's the old school guy. I call him my brain is. But he old school. But I'm gonna send you the YouTube clip. When you see him play, that because it's that's them what you call I say professional. I'm not saying our go-go drummers are not professional, but on the go-go level, it was Foots, Tricky Rick, that used to play with Trouble, and Sugarfoot Ricky.
Okay.
Well, And then like I say, by me playing from different eras, Buggy, you know, Heavy One, you know, Jam and Jeff, Stomp, you know, and I like West, what's his name?
Watkins.
West Watkins. Aaron Spears. I met Aaron Spears.
That's my cousin. For real?
I met him. I was dating a girl that was the church he spoke.
I don't know. He married into the family.
Yeah, he was. He's
married.
But I met him before he did the Usher tour.
Okay.
We talked. Matter of fact, he was playing on one of the late night talk shows last night.
He did?
After the one when Bruce was the one who used to show after that.
I'll be sleeping.
Yeah, I was trying to sleep. I got to wind down.
Yeah,
but a lot of trending sometimes.
What are your social media channels for people to get in contact with you and follow?
Facebook. On Twitter, I'm just Gerald Brooks. You'll see me. So you put it out, my face will pop up. I'm on the drum.
Okay.
And on Instagram is the Blender 79.
The Blender 79.
So you can reach me on any one of those. I'm getting ready to do a website too, and you will see that you'll be the first one I call when I do it.
Will do.
That's a good call to make. That's a good call to make.
Thank you. Hey, I'm here. I appreciate you so much for coming on DMV Made. You share that knowledge, man. The knowledge that's in here is out of this world. DJ Z Money and Gerald. Man, oh man, we have one more guest in the building that we're going to go and close this show out with. We're going to bring Jay Smalls, get curried with Jay Smalls on the couch so he can share his information with you guys, how he got started and where he going. And that's going to be a wrap for DMV Made tonight. Jay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much.
Okay. You want me to wait outside for you?
Wait.
Oh shoot, I can't do that.
No.
Man, you got some more because I'm taking it. I'm gonna sell the whole bag. You can't have food around fat man. I like it. Take one of them crackers, two crackers out there with. Okay. I'm in the car.
Mr. Jay Smalls.
Yep.
Get curried
What's happening?
by Jay Smalls. You've been all over social media. 1,001 videos saying I've been curried with Jay Smalls. I have already been curried by Jay Smalls, and now I get this nice seafood curry mixture from Mr. Jay Smalls. How did you get started?
Oh, well, I got started from, I guess it was out of necessity.
Okay.
You know, I'm a musician as well. As you see, I know a lot of my videos. You see a lot of musicians in them, and I've, rubbed elbows with a lot of them throughout my, musical journey. But my day job is I work for the government, and when Donald Trump talked about shutting down the government back in February and furlough and all that, you know about that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So I said, me and my wife work for the government. Where this check gonna come from then?
Start sweating a little bit of blood.
Yes. Things got real,
You got to start giving that thrift savings.
Right. So how this came about was, my wife had this idea on deck for me a long time ago. I cook, I cook because I enjoy to cook.
Okay.
I enjoy cooking. It's just therapy. And I like cooking for people, providing good food to the people. I've done a few events, catered a few events. My wife has a nonprofit, so when she gets her events going, I tend to cater those events. But this particular item right here, she made the flyer maybe a year ago.
Wow.
I said, "Hey, you need to sell this. This is where it's at right here. This is good." And I said, "Okay, all right." But when that furlough action came,
you put it into effect.
I said,
it's
time to go, dude. Let's go. And I really appreciate all the go-go community, all the music community that for supporting me and everything. I appreciate y'all for having me on.
Definitely.
And yeah,
Let me tell you, you gotta get curry with Jay
get
Small.
curry.
I had the chicken. I got my good get curry with Jay Small's chicken. That was a couple months ago. I'm about to get this seafood. When I tell you, I'm gonna be hitting this phone because the chicken salad was phenomenal. I can only imagine how this seafood tastes. And from all of the posters out there, all of us on the same page because I cannot scroll down Facebook without seeing I got curry with Jay Smalls. And now the chill side is got curry with Jay Smalls again. He in the building. What are your social media channels? How can they get in contact with you and your wife because she's doing her events and so forth? Plug her as well.
Right, I will. Okay, so my social media is Get Curried, you know, like it's in curry chicken or Turried.
Okay.
Get Curried by Jay Small on Facebook and on Instagram. I'm not on Twitter.
Okay.
Too many social media platforms.
Many.
I can't keep up with a whole bunch, you know, got a lot going on. But right now it's Facebook and Twitter. Get Curried by Jay Small. So on I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
On Instagram, get_curried_. You know how you separate the words on Instagram. Get Curried by Jay Small.
Okay.
So that's where I am.
Well, I've been curried. I'm going to continue to get curried. And y'all got to get curried too with Jay Smalls. Make sure y'all hit him up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with the Chill Side. I appreciate you. Hey, DJ D Money.
Yeah, you already know. Friday night, Lucky Strikes, downtown Washington, D.C. Come on, party with your boy one time. I kick it off at 9 p.m. I am the party before the party. And if you can't make it uptown, go on across to the south side, the Uniontown, party with my Pump Letters family. All right? That's how we get it down this weekend, man.
That's what's up. Shout out to Stomp. Make sure y'all hit his B-Day party up at the Den and Sales. Stomp Dog and on Saturday. He got a lot going on. Yeah. Hey, stay tuned in with DMV, mate. We're going to keep you in and out.
Happy Mother's Day. Hey. We out. Peace.
We out.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
You gotta give me some colors.
Take a bite of that. That's the car.
Okay, no. Cause I'm doing I gotta get my
We up out of here. Thank y'all for staying tuned in with your girl Shantae the Chill Side and DJ D Money, baby. Hey, thank you to all of the guests that came into the building. Wisdom Speaks. Woo! Gerald from Pompton, Jay Smalls, all of the guests that came in. I appreciate you. Y'all to give my follow-up feed. But for right now, the Chill Side is signing out, baby. Uh-oh. You got an event too.